Hello, my name is Sucket. We are playing TNP Limitless 7, and last time we set up this little Botania area with a little basic mana gen with some endo flames. Now I looked at the other generating flowers that'll give us mana from the other possibilities, and I think most of them look overly complicated, at least for me, to deal with. But there's an exception, and it's either ironically or unsurprisingly or both. The one that is hardest to automate completely in vanilla, the Thermalilly. Now, this thing will take lava that is placed in the world, which, so, you can already see this is probably going to be kind of dangerous. It's got to be at the same level as the Thermalilly. You can't, go down one. We've learned that. And there's a cooldown to it, and that cooldown has a redstone component. We're going to need a comparator. Now, the reason this is hard to automate in vanilla is because you can't generally pump liquids around like lava or anything else in vanilla. But let's move all this stuff. This is a terrible start. No, kidding. We're gonna put the lava right here, and we're gonna run redstone. 1, 2, 3. It's getting juice from this endo flame, I think. Hang on. Let's just get it over here away from everything. I don't know how this works yet, so I don't really know how I'm going to set it up, do I? Okay. Okay, so this definitely produces redstone signal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Goes all the way. That's 15 right there. It won't go to 16. I just happen to have 16. So, it's got... Okay. Okay. I see how we're going to do this. It's full of mana right now. And now the comparator is not getting a signal from it. So, I don't know if this is... Let me hook it up. Nah, it's too far away. Maybe we'll just hook it up to this one. Right? No, it's too far away. Now this will probably be close enough. Right? Sure. Okay? Okay. And... Right? Right. So now... This thing's on its cooldown. Okay, yeah. It works how I thought it works. Now I think when it stops smoking, it's on its cooldown. So we should eventually see this go all the way down here and turn the redstone lamp on. I took that last piece of dust out I got in my hand here. So when this thing would be ready, that light will go on. Is this the automation setup? No, it is not. Now my understanding is this can take some time. I think we got a good amount of mana from it. But if we were to put more lava down now, my understanding is that it'll eat it. Oh, and it is doing something, huh? Alright. It's got a lot of mana in there, that's for sure. So let's see. Yeah, it produces a ton of mana. That's okay. Okay, we get it. See what happens when it's done. Okay. It's no longer in its production. So right now we got 1. We got a signal strength of 1. Now it's got its little smoke particle effect. We'll see how this goes. So one handy dandy gadget we have is a fluid placer from Cyclic. We'll need ourselves, let's see, we'll need ourselves a dropper. That's how it all starts. It all starts with a dropper. And then, what are we missing? We'll need some cobblestone slabs to go ahead and make the block placer, which is similar to what we're about to do. But what we really need is this fluid placer. Now, my understanding is that this thing will place fluid when you give it a redstone signal, and also under other conditions. I think it has a GUI that we can look at. Let's slowly, manually break the trapdoor. I'm pretty sure it places the fluid out of here, right? That would make sense. Okay, it requires redstone. So, we still got just a power of 1 here. It must be cooling down. So let's pick all this up. I'll tell you, I'll be lying if I said I was sure that I knew how these things worked. But we're going to see if we can pump into it from the side. Yeah, okay. Very good. Very good. Now, how's this thing doing? It's still just a power of 1, isn't it? I'll give it a little more time. Okay, it looks like I misunderstood. What this is telling us is that it's cooled down. The cooldown period for this one was 20 seconds. So if we were to put it here, it'll do its thing. I don't know how we're going to automate this, really. Because the strength is gonna be variable. Well, we'll figure it out. Okay, so this time, the cooldown period is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's gonna be, well, 20 times 8. Each 3 is a full minute. So that's a minute. It's a minute and 40 seconds. Curious. Okay, I have a couple of half ideas, but they're not great. They'd be bulky, so we're going to take a different approach. We are going to make ourselves a timer from RF Tools. These things are awesome. We're just going to need a couple redstone torches. And there we go. So instead of doing anything with this at all, we're just going to pop the timer right down on this. Okay, actually we'll want to put it next to it, won't we? Let's see. Can we turn this around? And there's probably a wrench from Cyclic that does all of this, right? There we go. So let's see. Now, 20 ticks, so that's 1 second. So if we were to go the full 3 minutes, I have problems over here. It's alright. Do a little math. Okay, I've set it to 3600. That should be 3 minutes. So now, I wonder how long that's going to go on for. Oh well. So now, this will only fire when this thing's definitely ready. And this is way more compact than any other setup that I was gonna be coming up with. Okay, just punching it worked. And you do get a good amount of mana out of there. Where are we at here? Yeah, that's not bad. And once we hook up an ender tank to it, it'll be hands-free, so that's nice. But we have 96 buckets in there. Let's see how that does us. Now, the next thing I want to think about is the portal to Alfheim. But we're going to need Terra Steel Nuggets. And we're going to make ourselves a gateway core. We're also going to need to make 3... let's see, glimmering living wood logs. That'll do the trick. Now we're going to need some pylons. We're going to want 2 of them. Whoop, just pylon. Okay, we'll have to make some mana diamonds and some mana steel. That's okay. Okay, I think we got everything. We're going to want 2 of these. And we'll put them in our inventory, and we're gonna need 3 Eyes of Ender, which I'm sure we can handle. And that should give, whoops, with the rest of the Terra Steel, there's the full nugget. That will get us some Natura pylons. That'll complete the portal to Alfheim quest, although we're not quite ready to light it up. Now, we're not going to Alfheim in this, I don't think. But it is still a trading mechanic, or it is a trading mechanic, I should say. And who knows? Maybe whatever the mod is that we have in Road to the Warrior 3 will come out for this, and we will go to Alfheim. Who knows? But you build a portal just like this, I think. And there's our last glimmering living wood, right? Yeah, that looks about right. And then when we have mana in these pools, we're going to go ahead and right-click this with the Wand of the Forest. Now, I do have these mana tablets. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. There isn't quite a full mana tablet's worth of mana in there, but, you know, fills up pretty quick. And I don't think you have to worry about these despawning. But, you know, don't bet your last mana tablet on that. I'm never certain about anything. Now, yeah, okay. Can throw this in here. And I'll get some mana in here. And about half a pool here, and about half a pool over here, we'll be ready to do some elven trading. Now, while we're building up mana, there's 6 of these blocks from Mechanism that we're going to be keeping. Well, eventually, as we come up with machines, we'll get rid of, I might have already gotten rid of the carbon one. And we will be getting rid of the compressing factory too, because the only thing this makes, is energized glowstone and refined obsidian, and we have bees for those. So, let's see. I don't think we've taught it how to make the elite tier. No, we have not. So, the best way to deal with the quests for this is to program this in, and then we'll upgrade the blocks, then we'll just pick them up, you know, put them back down again. That'll be fine. Anyway, when these things are full, and the sparks actually aren't going to help us, so we're going to pick them back up, or we're going to pick the one back up. And, you know, by full, I mean, you know, this is plenty. It's like every trading action costs a mana. I think it might cost a little to open it up. It's not that much. Toss that over there. That's the shape of it. We'll get some more mana just to make our life easier. It might even work with mana in just one pool. Let's find out. It sure does. It will work. No, it won't. Live and learn. There's only one way to find this stuff out, you know? Alright, these things are done. Let's go ahead. We're definitely keeping the smelting factory. The enriching factory. We're keeping this infusing factory. Even the sawn factory. It's pretty cool. We definitely need this. And we will have to upgrade that one to advanced before we do Upgraded to elite. I'm pretty sure there's a quest for each tier of all of these. They should maintain everything, I think. Let's see. Well, this one's got a bunch of redstone in it. Yep, it's fine. And since that's a bunch of quests, we might as well cash in. Oh, we got some more Terra Steel. We got a lot more Terra Steel. Okay. Not complaining about that. That's almost halfway of where I'm trying to get. Got another mana pool. That's always handy. What's in the loot bags? Oh, we got a muffling upgrade. We got some of this. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what else we have. Okay, yeah, we have not much from occultism. I thought we had a bunch of stuff from that lying around. I guess we don't. Okay, this is only 3 minutes. Let me see. So it would be, well, let's see. Each second is... Okay, double checking it's 5 minutes, not 3 minutes. So we're going to set this to 6,000. Be a little slower, but we definitely won't waste any. Okay, we got a little under a mana pool in here. In the tablet, I should say. We'll just let it fill up. Alright, now we should be able to light it up, and it should stay green. Yeah, very good. Now, first thing we're going to do with this is we're going to trade for some Elementium. There should be... Oh, did we get robbed? I think we got robbed. That's okay, I think the quest interfered. And we're also going to trade for some Dreamwood. And we want to pick it up, because if it goes into the portal will just eat it. But we can make one of these right away. I'll have to get a couple more mana steel. These are faster and they're less lossy. There we go. And we're going to want to make another one for over here. Yeah, now it's starting to catch up with how much mana was in the Endo Flames. We may even be able to add more Endo Flames out here, we'll see. Now we're going to come on out here. We're going to set up another couple of mana pools. Here we go. That one's full, that's weird. That must be the one we got as a quest reward. Now we're going to put sparks atop them. Alright. And we're going to need ourselves a mana pearl so we can throw it in there and get some pixie dust. And we're finally gonna make this... Oh, I forgot the mana steel. We're finally gonna make this recessive, what do you call it? Now what this should do is it should, when applied to a spark, like this one, it should send mana to other sparks in the network that either don't have any augments on them, or are augmented, I think, with dominant. I don't think they go to dispersive ones. But you can look that up in the Lexica. Now this will fill these up for us and should allow us to make us some more Terra Steel. I don't actually know what order the plate is gonna pull from. So let's find out. I think it only pulls from one at a time. And it's starting with this one. Okay. So we'll have to be careful not to drain these two, or else we'll have to fill them up, you know, the hard way. But that's awesome. So since we're kind of just waiting for some stuff to accumulate and add in other things, I thought we would go ahead and start looking at some of the stuff from Ender IO. There's an awful lot of it, but a lot of it I think is just this glass. We are going to start with an alloy smelter. I don't think... Well, maybe we can make this. Let's see. Infinity biometals. Okay, so we could do... I don't know if we need recipes for this stuff. Let's see. Well, I think we already have a recipe for a void chassis. Well, we do not. It's not that bad, so we can just make one. We'll put it in our inventory in case we haven't done that. And it looks like any stone gear, 3 furnaces. So let's do that. Wonderful. We'll need a cauldron. And let's see if I can actually make the gears this time. Okay, wooden gears first. Right? And we'll use those to make the stone gears. And then we should be able to make our alloy smelter. Now we're going to put it over here. Where the, what do you call it, the compressor was. We probably don't need this thing for anything else. Now we are going to want to put a capacitor in it, otherwise it's not going to work. We're also going to pull and push, I believe, with the sweet Ender IO little interface there. So let's go ahead and I'll start with a basic capacitor. We're going to need the alloy smelter to make the materials for better capacitors, which will, make these things, bigger, stronger, faster. All the things. And we also want to make bees for them, if we can. So, we got all these different alloys, right? And there's definitely bees for these boys. Okay. Very cool. Rose gold alloy, huh? Okay, so all this stuff is not Ender IO, but this stuff is. So we got copper alloy, which we would make with silicon and copper. What are we going to be using this for? Let's see, probably something, I would hope. I don't know what we're going to use it for. Let's actually start with capacitors. Here's our double layer. Okay, so this will take energetic alloy and coal dust. It doesn't look too hard to make. I'll just toss it up here in our crafter, and we'll get this out of here, and we'll turn it into something else. Yeah, everything went into the machine, no problem. We'll take this out and see if there's a quest for it. Maybe? No? Okay. But this will give us the juice to make a double layer capacitor. It looks like we'll have to teach something how to make coal dust. I think a crusher, assuming we have one. I don't know that we do. Okay. We're going to make a crusher also. We'll put the double layer capacitor over here in a crafter. I know there's going to be quests for the crusher, like all of the tiers of the crusher. So, the cusher. It makes things cushy. So we're going to start out with, there we go. Just a crusher. And we're also going to teach this thing how to make lava buckets. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, so let's see. We'll make one crusher. There we have it. Very nice. And I'm just going to make all of the tiers and break it and pick it up, and we'll complete this quest. Now, I think it's time to start the second row of machines. We're gonna need to go up here one more, huh? There we go. We're going to put our crusher right here. But we're going to put the crafter right here. We don't want our importer next to the crafter because it'll just suck everything out of the crafter. It's pretty funny, but not what we want to do. And then we're going to take our crusher, put it up here, our importer, put it down there. We'll run a little cable. Come on. I might have to land. Let's see. There we go. Very nice. And now all we have to do is sort of set this the opposite. We'll do input on the bottom, but we'll have output to the top. And we'll still turn these off. There we go. We'll set eject on. And now we can put crusher recipes right in here. And we should be able to make our double layer capacitor. Let's see. Oh, I've still got the recipe in my, do I? Ooh, I messed something up, didn't I? What is it short? Grains of Infinity. I didn't mess anything up. Let's see. Grains of Infinity, which we can make, because we have a crop for this, I believe. Hello? Something's wrong here. Is it out of power? Seems fine. Why does this not want to... Well, let's see. We'll just come up here. I don't know what's going on there. It doesn't work. There's something wrong with it. Well, that's the way it goes. Let's try it in a regular crafting table. I doubt it's going to make it. Okay, no, it did make a difference. That's very weird. I forget what we were doing. Capacitor, of course. Let's see. So I guess until that's fixed, whatever's going on with that. You know what I want to bet? You know what I'll bet? Watch this. Okay, I got one right here. Yep. That's definitely something wrong, but it's not insurmountable. You just got to put them in there manually in the top row. Alright. Here's a double layer capacitor for us. Now we should be able to just take this one out and put this one in. And I should have showed this. This is a base modifier 1. Maximum of 100 micro I, whatever that is. This gives a 400,000, and I think it's also much faster. Now, the octadic capacitor, which modifies it by 3, uses another new material. Let's see here. Yeah. I'm doing these by the stack now, because we're fancy. Vibrant alloy is another thing we can make in the alloy smelter. It's any pearl and the energetic alloy that we made before. We're going to make 2 of these and put 1 in each machine. Now another thing that we want to teach our system here is dark steel. Obsidian, coal dust, and iron. We'll be using quite a bit of this. Okay, we got a couple octadic capacitors. We're going to throw them in our machines. Now it's got 900,000 micro whatevers. Pretty cool. I guess it's the base that it modifies. It's interesting. It's interesting. Okay, good news. We got our first 100% gene sample. Whoops. Now all we need is a honey treat to craft it with. That's our first 100% gene sample of B type. We got one before, we threw it on a shelf. And we're gonna need an egg of some variety. And we made ourselves this incubator ages ago. Ages ago. But what you do is you throw the honey treat in there and the egg in there, and we'll speed it up. And you will get yourselves a spawn egg. Okay, but, you know, we got iron bees, right? Of course we do. We are going to start with a mana steel bee. Now we'll eventually use this to get an elementium bee. Well, not this one specifically. We'll make another mana steel bee spawn egg. It's just as easy to do it with the iron. And then we'll later use it to make a terra steel bee spawn egg. So, pretty sweet. We just need a block of mana steel for this one to pollinate from. There we go. Bloop. Alright. Fully grown. Now we don't have to worry about mana steel anymore. Now we'll still need to do the mana diamonds and the mana pearls, unless... Nope. That's okay. Now I did vote. There it just goes. I did end up hooking an ender tank up to this. And we've been doing great mana-wise. I'm still using this setup, but the addition of this has been it's just been a good idea. Everything's moving along, you know, reasonably quickly. And I think that's gonna about do it for this time. We're starting to run a little long. Next time, we're gonna get into what we can actually do with some of the Botania stuff to help us out. We're also gonna try to fight the Gaia Guardian a couple of times. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.